Good evening all. Am I audible? Anuraj. Yeah, good evening. Yeah, thank you all for your valuable response. So, if you all ready, we will start the session, right? Okay. So, this is Indra from Pantech E Learning. So, before getting into this webinar, I want to give a short introduction about Pantech. So, we have started since 2004 and we have helped 10 million students via EduTech platform, and we have so many masterclass courses which is available on the website. You can go and check it once. So this is about a free webinar on Nvidia. So I hope you all ready, and I'm going to start this, right? Okay. So this is about a 1 hour free webinar on Nvidia. I'm going to start the session. If you have any doubts or queries regarding this, in the sense, you can interrupt me and I will clear your doubts, right? Okay. Okay. So have you heard about this particular word Nvidia? Anyone? You can drop a single word reply in the chat box. Have you heard? Have you know something about this particular topic? What is Nvidia? Do you have any idea about this particular thing in your college or somewhere else? Have you heard about this? What is Nvidia and why we are using? What's the purpose of this? Anything? You drop your replies in the chat box. I will reply, right? Of course, GPU. Yeah, someone is telling. Vishal. Yes, you are correct. Okay, so let me start. So see, Nvidia Corporation is a technology company which is known for designing and manufacturing GPUs, which is nothing but graphic processing units. So the company was founded in 1993 by Jensen Huang, Curtis and Chris, and it is headquartered in Santa Clara, which is California. And Nvidia's founders believe that for computer graphics to advance, a dedicated GPU would be needed, right? So previously, computer games were entirely CPU based. Those who have craze in gaming, you already have heard about all these terms, right? So however, gaming technology was advancing, right? So slowly moving to Windows from MS-DOS. Graphics, especially 3D graphics, were reliant on considerable floating point math processing, and like the math coprocessor in the CPU was simply not enough, right? So since establishing itself as a premier graphics chip provider for gaming, Nvidia has expanded into high performance computing, which is nothing but HPC, and artificial intelligence. So the same gaming processor are used but repurposed for those different computational tasks. So I have talked about the terms called GPU and CPU. You already have heard about all these terms GPU and CPU, but let's have a look at this. What is CPU and what is GPU, right? Okay. So first thing is, what is CPU? You already know this very well. It is a central processing unit which is the brain of a computer that handles general tasks such as executing instructions for like applications and the operating system, right? So CPUs are good for sequential processing and like complex decision making. CPUs can render a detailed scene regardless of the amount of data, which is because they have access to the system's RAM. And coming to GPU, it is a graphic processing unit. This is a computer processor that uses parallel processing to render images and as well as graphics. So GPUs are ideal for video games and architectural visualizations because they can process real-time graphics. So GPUs are also used for machine learning and big data analytics as well. So overall, CPU and GPU both are important components of computing system, but they are assigned for different tasks. Okay, CPU have few powerful cores that are designed for general purpose sequential processing. So GPU has many small cores that are designed especially for tasks like graphics rendering and parallel computation, something like that. Okay, so let me show you an example video. You will get a clear idea about what is CPU and what is GPU. This is like CPU versus GPU, right? So let me play your video and just see it.
Alright, I introduced to you Leonardo, and he's going to paint a picture for you guys in the way that a CPU might do it, as a series of discrete actions performed sequentially, one after the other. In 3, 2, 1. Let me speed it up. Ladies and gentlemen,
see, they are printing just a smiley using the CPU. It will print, but it will do the task one by one. It will take some time to just print a simple emoji, right? So now see, they are going to do the same thing, but using GPU, and they are going to print some other thing. See this.
Leonardo 2.0.
when we hit this trigger on this thing, 2,100 gallons of air goes through these accumulators, out these valves, into all 1,100 of these tubes, into these tubes in which the bottom of is a paintball. Each of those paintballs will fly across 7 feet of space and in 80 milliseconds reach its target. Hopefully, when it's all said and done, it's going to paint the Mona Lisa.
GPU painting demonstration.
Yep.
In 10, 9,
8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, science class is now over. Thank you.
Here you can able to see the difference, right? So using CPU, they have just printed only one smiley. It will take some time. Using GPU, they printed a Mona Lisa painting just together at a time, right? So this is the difference between CPU and GPU. Now let's move to the next slide. Okay. So popular Nvidia products. So while Nvidia sells GPUs to customers under the GeForce brand name, the company names each new generation of its enterprise architecture products after a famous scientist such as Maxwell, Turing and Tesla. So other popular Nvidia products including GeForce. So Nvidia's line of consumer-oriented graphics processor for desktop and as well as laptop. And then comes Nvidia Quadro or RTX. So the company's GeForce modified for professional visual computing graphics processing products such as CAD, computer aided design. So the brand has been retired and replaced with the name like RTX line. Okay, and then Tegra. So the company's SoC, system on chip series for mobile devices. And then DGX servers. So Nvidia's own line of hardware with GPUs, memory and SSD storage but without a CPU. They are targeted at HPC and as well as AI users. And then Bluefield. So the company's suite of DPUs designed to intelligently manage network traffic and relieve the CPU. So this technology was inherited from the company's acquisition of Mellanox Technologies. And then comes Spectrum. So Nvidia's next generation Ethernet platform provides high performance networking and effective security for the data center. It consists of Connect X7, Smart NIC, Bluefield 3, DPU and the Dock A data center infrastructure software. And then comes our Jetson. So Nvidia's ultra small form factor designed for embedded systems, combining a Nvidia GPU with an ARM processor. Right? So these are comes under the popular Nvidia products. And now let's talk about the applications of Nvidia. So the first thing, which is gaming. So Nvidia is perhaps best known for its GeForce line of gaming GPUs, right? So which are celebrated for their performance and as well as innovations. So these GPUs support high resolution, high frame rate gaming and technology such as you can tell like real-time ray tracing and AI enhanced graphics, something like that. So many of the world's leading gaming laptops and desktop PCs are powered by Nvidia GPUs, making them a central component in the gaming ecosystem. And then professional visualization. Okay, so Nvidia's Quadro GPUs are designed for professional use, including field like architecture, engineering and digital content creation. So these GPUs offer the computational power required for tasks such as 3D rendering, video editing and complex simulations. So the RTX series, which include both consumer and professional models, so introduced real-time ray tracing, bringing unprecedented realism to graphics, something like that. And then data centers and AI. So Nvidia Tesla are A100. So in the data center segment, Nvidia's Tesla GPUs are optimized for AI training and inference, with high performance computing and as well as data analytics. So these GPUs are used in supercomputers and cloud data centers worldwide. So Nvidia's CUDA parallel computing platform have revolutionized computing by enabling developers to leverage the power of GPUs for general purpose processing. And then we can move to the next thing, which is automotive. So Nvidia Drive, this platform provides AI solution for autonomous vehicles, including what? Hardware and software that help in perception, that help in mapping, that help in planning and as well as driver assisted systems also. So Nvidia Drive aims to enhance the safety and efficiency of self-driving cars. And then healthcare. So Nvidia Clara is a healthcare application framework that leverages AI for medical imaging, genomics and smart hospital operations. It aims to accelerate the deployment of AI in medical setting, improving diagnostics and patient care. And at last, here comes robotics, Nvidia Jetson. So the Jetson platform provides AI computing capabilities for robots, drones and other autonomous machines. It supports a range of applications from industrial automation to AI research. So let me show you a video over here. So this is actually a research video which is actually published by Nvidia. I got this particular video from Nvidia's official website. Just see this video, you will get a clear idea about it, what is happening between that research, right? So let me play it and listen it carefully.
The era of robotics has arrived. One day, everything that moves will be autonomous. Researchers and companies around the world are developing robots powered by physical AI. Physical AIs are models that can understand instructions and autonomously perform complex tasks in the real world. Multimodal LLMs are breakthroughs that enable robots to learn, perceive and understand the world around them, and plan how they'll act. And from human demonstrations, robots can now learn the skills required to interact with the world using gross and fine motor skills. One of the integral technologies for advancing robotics is reinforcement learning. Just as LLMs need RLHF, or reinforcement learning from human feedback, to learn particular skills, generative physical AI can learn skills using reinforcement learning from physics feedback in a simulated world. These simulation environments are where robots learn to make decisions by performing actions in a virtual world that obeys the laws of physics. In these robot gyms, a robot can learn to perform complex and dynamic tasks safely and quickly, refining their skills through millions of acts of trial and error. We built Nvidia Omniverse as the operating system where physical AIs can be created. Omniverse is a development platform for virtual world simulation, combining real-time, physically based rendering, physics simulation, and generative AI technologies. In Omniverse, robots can learn how to be robots. They learn how to autonomously manipulate objects with precision, such as grasping and handling objects, or navigate environments autonomously, finding optimal paths while avoiding obstacles and hazards. Learning in Omniverse minimizes the sim to real gap and maximizes the transfer of learned behavior. Building robots with generative physical AI requires 3 computers: Nvidia AI supercomputers to train the models, Nvidia Jetson Orin and next generation Jetson Thor robotic supercomputer to run the models, and Nvidia Omniverse, where robots can learn and refine their skills in simulated worlds. We build the platforms, acceleration libraries, and AI models needed by developers and companies, and allow them to use any or all of the stacks that suit them best. The next wave of AI is here. Robotics, powered by physical AI, will revolutionize industries.
So in the video itself, they have clearly said that to do all these stuff, they need 3 computers. One is supercomputer, right? So we don't have to go for it. The second one is, they have said like Jetson Orin. So in this entire session, we are not going to talk about Orin because we are going to use some other thing which is nothing but Jetson Nano, which is a beginner level kit. We will talk about it detailed in the upcoming slides, right? So let me change to the next slide. See this. Now here comes the important thing. For all these models to run, they need hardware. Like for training, for development, they need hardware, GPUs to boost the process, right? So now there is another recent trend which is going on, which is nothing but AI and generative AI. So companies like Google, Meta, Microsoft has been releasing their products which is totally related to AI, and they are adding it to every product now. Am I right? So at this particular time, Nvidia is selling GPUs because for all these models to run, they need the hardware for training and development to boost the process. See, and Nvidia becoming rich just by selling GPUs to the top companies. So when everyone digs for gold, you have to sell shovels to become rich, right? So this is what they have done and successfully doing it. So now let's move to the next thing, which is nothing but Nvidia Jetson. Okay, see this. What is Nvidia Jetson? So Nvidia Jetson is a series of advanced embedding system used by developers for creating innovative AI products across multiple industries. With Jetson being one of the world's leading hardware platform for AI on the edge, it is equally useful for students and like tech enthusiasts to gain hands-on experience with AI through a range of creative projects. So the platform consists of a small form factor, high performance edge computers named modules. So additionally, it is also includes Jetpack SDK, software development kit for software acceleration, and a complete ecosystem to help speed up the development process of custom AI projects. So the Nvidia Jetson system is high performance and power efficient, making it one of the best and most powerful platforms for building machines based on AI on the edge. So here you can see this is a Jetson Nano developer kit. It has all the configurations that you can connect your HDMI cable, you can connect your keyboard, you can connect your mouse, you can connect Ethernet cable, and you can see this is just a single board computer. You can use this particular thing as a single board computer by connecting all these things. And also you have a Jetson module. This is a development kit. This is a module. You can attach this with some other hardware and make it work. And you can also connect this module with robot or autonomous car or autonomous vehicle like this. You can fit this and attach a camera, and it will detect the lane, the wheels over here will use to detect the direction. So this is what we are actually going to do in the upcoming sessions. We will learn everything one by one. I will tell you how to do that, right? Now let's move to the next thing. Next thing is edge computing. So edge computing on the Nvidia Jetson Nano is a strategy that brings AI processing power to the devices that collect data instead of sending it to the cloud or data center. So this allows for real-time decision making and use of software-defined autonomous machines. So here I provide some benefits of edge computing, what it is. First one is real-time data analysis. So I will tell about all the programming languages needed for all these steps in the upcoming slides. So please wait until then, right? Let's go one by one. So first thing is real-time data analysis. Organizations can work with urgent data in real time, sometimes without communicating with a primary data center, like for cloud. Instead of going for cloud, you can go for some device and you can put all those data over there. And then offline processing. So edge computing can leverage use cases that are not possible with cloud-based services. Third thing is close to data sources. So edge computing moves computer storage and processing closer to the devices and uses that consume the data, right? And then here benefits of edge computing for AI application. There are all these steps. Here you can able to see so many top companies are using this benefits of edge computing wisely. So you can tell like AMR in retail, smart city, agriculture and construction, services, logistics, manufacturing and healthcare. I hope you find almost all these companies as a big top companies, right? Okay. So here, why is the Nvidia Jetson platform so popular? See, the Nvidia Jetson systems comes with numerous benefits that make them popular among professionals, software developers and students alike. Some of its advantages include like modular flexibility and as well as unified software. So coming to modular flexibility, be it a small business or a large enterprise, okay? So the Nvidia Jetson portfolio has modules perfect for each. So you can choose from a range of module perfect for developing everything between entry-level AI application and to advanced complex machines. And then unified software. So unified software architecture support Nvidia Jetson, making the work of software developers much easier. So the unified saves developers the hassle of repetitive coding when enhancing their creations on other Jetson module. So the Nvidia Jetson SDK comes with the Linux operating system. Those who have already familiar with Raspberry Pi, it is easy to get to know all these steps. Okay, so this is nothing but Nvidia Jetpack SDK. SDK is nothing but software development kit. It is actually comes with the Linux operating system and CUDA X accelerator libraries and APIs for various field of machine learning, including deep learning, computer vision, and much more. So it supports machine learning frameworks like TensorFlow, Caffe, Keras, etc., as well as computer vision libraries like OpenCV also. Right? Now let's move to the next thing, which is Jetson Family Developer Kit. There are three things. One is Jetson Nano Developer Kit, Jetson Orin Nano Developer Kit, Jetson AGX Orin Developer Kit. Coming to the Nano, this is actually a small, powerful computer for embedded AI systems and IoT that delivers the power of modern AI in a low power platform. You can get started fast with Nvidia Jetpack SDK and a full desktop Linux environment and start exploring a new world of embedded products actually. And then comes Jetson Orin Nano Developer Kit. So this series module deliver up to like 40 TOPS of AI performance in the smallest Jetson form factor with power options between, it will be like 5 watts to 15 watts. So this gives up to 80x the performance of Nvidia Jetson Nano and set the new baseline for entry level edge AI. And here comes the advanced version, which is nothing but Jetson AGX Orin Developer Kit. So this will bring your next gen products to life with the world's most powerful AI computer for energy efficient autonomous missions up to like 275 TOPS and 8x the performance of the last generation for multiple concurrent AI interface pipelines. So and high speed interface support for multiple sensor make this the ideal solution for application from manufacturing and logistics to retail the healthcare. So what is the difference between all these kits? We are having all these kits, but what is the difference between each other? Nothing. The only change is hardware configuration. And the software you are going to use will be the same for all the kits. So whatever you are practicing in the learner module, you can implement the same thing here as well. The only changes is hardware configuration. The software is same. So here I have mentioned it, multiple devices but the same software. You don't have to go for a different software. So now let's talk about, we are going to use this Nano Developer Kit only. Now let's talk about this particular kit. See this is how you will buy this kit. You will get like this, 128 CUDA cores, 4 core CPU, 472 GFL LOPS, 5 volt and working voltage 5 watts to 10 watts. You can use it as a single board AI computer. So how to use this? Here you can see so many things are there. I have already told you that you can connect your HDMI cable, you can connect keyboard, you can connect mouse, you can connect Ethernet cable, and there are like 40 GPIO headers are there. So you can use this single developer kit as a single board computer. So for storage you just need a micro SD card, just a micro SD card. You need to flash the OX into that particular SD card and you need to put that particular SD card in this developer kit and you can use this as a single board AI computer. The operating system is, I have already told you that, Ubuntu Linux, right? See this. So what are the specifications? Here they have mentioned the CPU 64-bit quad-core, GPU 128-core Nvidia Maxwell and memory which is 4GB 64-bit. It is video encoder and will have like video decoder and you will have like 4 USB port, camera accessible. You can connect HDMI cable to it. You can connect your Ethernet cable, wireless storage. For that you need to buy an external micro SD card because when you are buy this particular development kit, they will not provide you the micro SD card. So you have to buy it from outside. And then 40 pin header. Power you can just provide 5 volt. 5 volt is pretty much enough. And the size obviously and see the first slot. Here you need to connect your micro SD card for the main storage. It will act as a storage part. And second one is 40 pin expansion header. And the third one is micro USB port 5 volt. You can just use a single B type cable to power up your Jetson Nano. It is pretty much enough. And fourth one is gigabyte Ethernet port and USB port. You can connect keyboard and mouse, whatever the thing you want. And HDMI output port over here. And then display port connector. And then you can also power it up just by using B type cable, and as well as you can provide DC barrel jack for 5 volt power input. And at last MIPI CSI2 camera connectors. You can also connect camera to this particular developer kit. Okay, so let me tell you that what are the things that are included with the box and the things that are not included when you buy all these stuffs, right? Don't get confused about all these things. Let me finish the topic first. Listen it clearly. At the end of the session, I will explain all about the masterclass, everything and all, right? So please don't get confused about all these stuffs. About the masterclass, about the registration, about the certificate. I will explain all those steps clearly at the end of the session. So please be quiet and listen the session. It will be helpful for you, right? Okay. So when you buy this kit, you will get Nvidia Jetson module in the box. You will get a small paper card. It's nothing but manual, user manual. And the third thing is folded paper stand. At the top of the box, you can just place the folded paper stand and you can get your developer kit on this, right? And what are the things that are not included? You need micro SD card for storage, right? You need to flash the OS, then only you can use it. For that, you need micro SD card. For that, you have to buy it from outside. They will not provide you the SD card. That is the main thing. And to connect keyboard, mouse, computer display and micro USB power supply, they will not provide you all these stuffs. You need to bring it by your own, or you need to buy it externally from outside. They will only provide you the development kit along with the user manual and just a folded paper stand. This is mandatory. Micro SD card is mandatory. At least you need to have like 32 GB of card. You need to buy it from outside. And keyboard, mouse, display, that's and all optional only. You don't have to buy it. That's not a mandatory thing. So it's just optional. But you need micro USB power supply cable. That is mandatory. Just a B-type cable is pretty much enough, right? Okay, now coming to the OS, I have already told you that initially we need to flash the OS, which is Ubuntu Linux. We will talk about all these stuffs in the upcoming session. You may wonder what is about upcoming session. I will tell you, please wait until then. I will clear all your doubts at the end of the session, right? Okay, so we have already finished about the Nvidia Jetson Nano everything. Now we need to jump into the another important topic, which is AI, introduction to AI. See, artificial intelligence is technology that enable machines to demonstrate human-like reasoning and capabilities such as autonomous decision making, right? So through the assimilation of vast amount of training data, AI learns to recognize speech, spot patterns and trends, proactively solve problems, and predict future conditions and occurrences. So applications and devices equipped with AI can see and identify objects. So they can understand and respond to human language. They can learn from new information and experience. They can make detailed recommendations to users and experts. So they can act independently, replacing the need for human intelligence or human intervention. A classic example is like self-driving car. I don't have to give a much introduction about AI because you already get to know about all these stuffs related AI, right? So now let's move to the next slide, which is types of artificial intelligence. See, And AI is not a single technology. I hope you may know this. AI is not a single technology, right? But rather an ensemble of technologies that can be combined to perform different type of tasks. So those tasks might be very specific, such as it can be understanding what language is being spoken and responding appropriately, or very broad, such as helping someone with travel suggestions for planning a vacation. But understanding all the different type of technologies that make up AI can be a daunting task. Here are the basic. There are three main types of AI. One is narrow AI, or you can call it as a weak AI. Okay, an AI system designed to perform a specific task or a set of tasks. So this is the type of AI used in current application. It is called weak, not because it lacks power or capability, but because it's a long way for having the human understanding or consciousness that we correlate to true intelligence. So these systems are limited in their scope and do not have the ability to perform tasks outside their specific domain. So examples of narrow AI include like voice assistant, like facial and speech recognition and self-driving car, something like that. And second one is general AI. You can also call it as a strong AI. So in theory, an AI system that would be able to successfully perform any intellectual task that a human could, possibly even better than a human could, right? Like narrow AI system, general AI system would be able to learn from experience and spot and predict pattern. So, but they would have the capacity to make things a step further, extrapolating that knowledge across a wide range of tasks and situations that are not addressed by previously acquired data or like existing algorithms. So general AI does not yet exist, though there is ongoing research and development in the field with some promising progress. And then the third one is super intelligent AI. An AI system defined as being fully self-aware and surpassing the intelligence of humans. So theoretically, these systems would have the ability to improve themselves and make decisions with above human level intelligence. So beyond simply mimicking or identifying human behavior, super intelligent AI would grasp it at a fundamental level. Okay, so if a super intelligent AI system were developed, it could change the course of human history. But currently, it exists only in science fiction. And there is no known method of achieving this level of AI. You may get confused about all these things. What is narrow, what is general, and what is super intelligent, right? So let me play you a video and definitely you will get a short idea about that, right? So let me play it and just see this video. Just a minute. Let me play your video, you will get the idea about it, right?
Picture this, a machine that could organize your cupboard just as you like it, or serve every member of the house a customized cup of coffee. Makes your day easier, doesn't it? These are the products of artificial intelligence. But why use the term artificial intelligence? Well, these machines are artificially incorporated with human-like intelligence to perform tasks as we do. This intelligence is built using complex algorithms and mathematical functions. But AI may not be as obvious as in the previous examples. In fact, AI is used in smartphones, cars, social media feeds, video games, banking, surveillance, and many other aspects of our daily life. The real question is, what does an AI do at its core? Here is a robot we built in our lab, which is now dropped onto a field. In spite of a variation in lighting, landscape, and dimensions of the field, the AI robot must perform as expected. This ability to react appropriately to a new situation is called generalized learning. The robot is now at a crossroad, one that is paved and the other rocky. The robot must determine which path to take based on the circumstances. This portrays the robot's reasoning ability. After a short stroll, the robot now encounters a stream that it cannot swim across. Using the plank provided as an input, the robot is able to cross this stream. So, our robot uses the given input and finds the solution for a problem. This is problem solving. These three capabilities make the robot artificially intelligent. In short, AI provides machines with the capability to adapt, reason, and provide solutions. Well, now that we know what AI is, let's have a look at the two broad categories an AI is classified into. Weak AI, also called narrow AI, focuses solely on one task. For example, AlphaGo is a maestro of the game Go, but you can't expect it to be even remotely good at chess. This makes AlphaGo a weak AI. You might say Alexa is definitely not a weak AI, since it can perform multiple tasks. Well, that's not really true. When you ask Alexa to play Despacito, it picks up the keywords play and Despacito, and runs a program it is trained to. Alexa cannot respond to a question it isn't trained to answer. For instance, try asking Alexa the status of traffic from work to home. Alexa cannot provide you this information, as she is not trained to. And that brings us to our second category of AI, strong AI. Now, this is much like the robots that only exist in fiction as of now. Ultron from Avengers is an ideal example of a strong AI. That's because it's self-aware and eventually even develops emotions. This makes the AI's response unpredictable. You must be wondering, well, how is artificial intelligence different from machine learning and deep learning? We saw what AI is. Machine learning is a technique to achieve AI, and deep learning, in turn, is a subset of machine learning. Machine learning provides a machine with the capability to learn from data and experience through algorithms. Deep learning does this learning through ways inspired by the human brain. This means through deep learning, data and patterns can be better perceived. Ray Kurzweil, a well-known futurist, predicts that by the year 2045, we would have robots as smart as humans. This is called the point of singularity. Well, that's not all. In fact, Elon Musk predicts that the human mind and body will be enhanced by AI implants, which would make us partly cyborgs.
So I hope now you get a clear idea about it. What is weak AI and what is strong AI, and the third thing is super intelligent AI, right? Okay. So now let's move to the next slide, which is how does artificial intelligence work? In the video itself, you can able to get the words like machine learning, deep learning, something like that. Let me tell you that. So beyond the major classification of narrow, general and super intelligent AI, there are several more different and interrelated levels of artificial intelligence. What it is? First one is machine learning. Obviously, I hope you guys heard about all these terms: machine learning, deep learning, Gen AI, something like that, right? So nothing but machine learning is a subset of AI that enables computer system to learn and improve from experience or data, and incorporate elements from field like computer science, like statistics, psychology, neuroscience and economics, something like that. So by applying algorithms to different types of learning method and analysis techniques, ML can automatically learn and improve from data and experience without being explicitly programmed to do so. For businesses, machine learning can be used to predict outcomes based on the analysis of large complex data sets. Now there is another thing called neural network that is not mentioned here, but you need to know about that neural network. Machine learning, not mission learning, machine, right? Okay. So neural networks are a fundamental component of artificial intelligence. So which is inspired by the structure and function of the human brain. So these multi-layered computational models have nodes clustered together like neurons in the biological brain. Okay, so each artificial neuron takes input, performs mathematical operations on it, and produces an output that is then passed to subsequent layers of neurons via fast or parallel processing. So during training, neural network adjusts the strength of connection between neurons based on examples in the data, allowing them to recognize patterns, make predictions, and obviously solve problems. So they employ a variety of methods to learn from data depending on the task and the type of data. So neural network have found applications in various fields such as you can tell like image and speech recognition, NLP, natural language processing, modeling, autonomous vehicle and more. Right? Okay, now let's move to the next thing which is deep learning. So deep learning is a data centric which is obviously subset of machine learning. So machine learning is a subset of AI. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning. So for learning deep learning, you need to add another topic which is nothing but neural networks just before I explained, right? So now let's talk about deep learning. So it is a data centric which is actually a subset of machine learning that uses neural networks with multiple layers, which is nothing but deep layers, to learn and extract features from vast amount of data. So these deep neural networks can automatically discover intricate patterns and relationships in the data that might be immediately obvious to human, allowing for more accurate predictions and decisions. So deep learning excels at tasks such as image and speech recognition, NLP and data analysis. So by leveraging the hierarchical structure of deep neural network, deep learning has revolutionized many domains, including healthcare, finance and like autonomous systems, something like that. So why are you all asking for attendance link? Is the session is boring? Attendance link will be provided at the end of the session. If you want attendance link in the sense, you have to wait until then. So please don't ask for attendance link again and again. We are not going to provide it now. So you have to wait until the end of the session. The end of the session, they will provide you the attendance link. Okay. And last thing is Gen AI and also known as Generative AI. Okay. So it refers to deep learning models that can create complex original content such as long-term text, high quality images, realistic videos or audio and more in response to a user prompt or request. At a high level, generative models encode a simplified representations of their training data and then draw from the representation to create new work that is similar but not identical to the original data. Okay, so generative models have been used for years in statistics to analyze numerical data, but over the last decade they evolved to analyze and generate more complex data types. So the session is actually like 4 to 5. I'm going to finish it. So please don't rush. I'm going to finish the topic and you will get the attendance link after that, right? Okay.
Picture this.
Now let's move to the applications of AI. The first thing is healthcare. So AI can help develop new drugs, diagnose diseases and as well as perform surgery. And the next thing is, and also I'm going to tell you important information at the end of the session. So that's why I'm telling you that please wait until then. Get that information, it will definitely helpful for you, right? Okay. The next thing is self-driving car. So AI plays a crucial role in autonomous vehicle, enabling them to perceive their surroundings, make decisions and navigate safely. So as you could see, like for example, Tesla's self-driving cars are available, which actually gathers data from cameras and as well as a lot of sensors, right? And their decision making is stand in a particular chip, and it has been decided of what to do. So based on this, it decide to slow down or like speed it up or turn left or turn right, whatever the changes it has to do, it will be done and self-driving. And then virtual assistant. So AI assistant like Siri, Alexa and Google Assistant help users with tasks, schedule appointments and provide information. And then agriculture. So AI can help farmers make quicker and more efficient decisions by collecting data about the conditions of the soil, the weather and the appearance of the crops as well. And here comes facial recognition. So AI is used in security cameras, security system for facial recognition, enhancing authentication and as well as access control. And here comes robotics. So robotics has been used in manufacturing for years, but before the introduction of AI, calibration and reprogramming had to be done manually and typically only after something broke down. So by using AI, often in the form of IoT sensors, manufacturers have been able to greatly expand the scope, volume and type of task their robot can perform. So while also improving their accuracy and reducing downtime. So some common examples of AI assisted robotics include like you can tell order picking robots in warehouse and like agricultural robots that water crops at optimum time, something like that, right? And then here comes the important thing. Robotics and computer vision is the important thing. Listen it carefully, I will tell you why. Coming to CV, OpenCV, computer vision. It is a field of AI, right? It is a field of AI that enable computers and systems to derive meaningful information from digital images, videos and other visual inputs. If AI enable computers to think, computer vision enables them to see, observe and understand. So computer vision is one of the most important field of AI. So CV is nothing but computer vision trains and enable computer to understand the visual world. Like us, computer can also see. So computers can use digital images and deep learning models to accurately identify and classify objects and react to them. It also helps to take appropriate actions and make recommendations based on the extracted information. Now let's see. Okay, now let's talk about the same thing with some example, then you will understand it clearly. See, it has, another question is why computer vision and how does it actually work? We need to know that also, right? So it has lot industry important and safety, productivity and as well as accuracy. And future of AI depends on computer vision at one hand and NLP at the other hand. So that's how important OpenCV is. Now let's see how it actually works, right? So generally human vision is you have sensing device which is your eyes, right? And you having interpreting device which is nothing but your brain. For example, if you see something, your eye is going to your sensing device. Obviously, right? If you are seeing something, your eye is going to be a sensing device which is responsible for capturing that particular image of the environment. And your brain is going to interpret and tell you that you have a plate with fruits like pineapple, apple, orange, avocado or something like that. So similarly, this is obviously for human vision. If we talk about computer vision, If you take the computer vision, the computer having camera, which is nothing but a sensing device, and the computer is the interpreting device, which is the brain, which has the algorithm or the AI or the neural network. So that also interpret and tell you what it actually has, like our eyes. And at last there comes NLP, natural language processing. So natural language processing system recognize and understand written or spoken language. In more sophisticated application, NLP can use context to infer attitude, mood and other subjective qualities to most accurately interpret meaning. So practical applications of NLP include chatbots, call center interaction analysis and digital voice assistants such as Siri and Alexa. So this is all about this introduction on Nvidia. I have already told you that I have a important information to tell you that, right? So let me tell you now. Okay, so we have just talked about all those introduction stuff about that Nvidia, Jetson Nano, what are the OS we are going to use, how to use everything, right? So if you are having much interest on this particular topic, we are going to float 21 days masterclass on this particular thing, which is nothing but Jetson AI. So we are going to float this particular masterclass on 20th November. Time is 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on daily basis. This is absolute for free. You don't have to pay a single penny for it. So I am telling you this again. We are going to float 21 days masterclass on Jetson AI. So we are going to float this on 20th November from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. and this is for free of cost. You don't have to pay for it. If you have interest on this particular topic, in the sense we are going to explore all these stuffs about this particular Jetson AI for 21 days. We are going to do one project called option detection robot. We are going to do that particular project and we are going to explore more about Nvidia Jetson Nano, how to set up the OS, how to play with the robot, how to play with that particular development kit, everything. You will learn all these steps in 21 days masterclass. So if you have interest on it, in the sense you can register for this masterclass. This is absolutely for free. You may wonder what about this masterclass and what we are going to do. This is nothing but just a 21 days industrial learning activity. It is going to happening in the YouTube live session only. If you just invest 45 minutes daily, you will become a master of Jetson AI. We will explore more. Don't worry about, I don't know about any programming language, I don't know about any hardware or software thing. That don't worry about all these stuffs, because this is just a beginner thing. We are going to learn it from the scratch. You don't have to know all these stuffs about thing. If you don't have any idea about, in the sense, it's okay. Come to the class and we will learn together, and I am here to help you and assist you, right? And you will get an e-certificate which is totally based on the attendance. You have to provide 90% attendance, then only you will get the certificate. Otherwise, they won't provide you the certificate for this masterclass. Here comes the main thing. You will get participation certificate. If you want to get this particular participation certificate, in the sense, you have to pay amount for this. I'm clearly telling you this. The masterclass is free. You can register for this masterclass. You can attend this 21 days masterclass. You don't have to pay for it. But if you want certificate, in the sense, attendance is mandatory. The first thing is mandatory attendance. And if you want this participation certificate, in the sense, you have to pay for it. This is only for 118. If you want participation certificate, you have to pay 118 rupees. You don't have to pay for masterclass. You can come and learn for 21 days. If you want participation certificate, in the sense, you have to pay 118 just for certificate, not for the class. I hope it's useful for you. and I'm waiting you all to joining to our 21 days masterclass on Jetson Nano. And if you have any queries regarding this, in the sense, here I provide the WhatsApp number. You can call or you can WhatsApp to this particular number, or you can mail to this particular number, training@pantechelearning.com, and you can also visit our website. So thank you all. Have a very great day. Amisha, thank you for your valuable words. Thank you. Thank you all. If you have more interest in the sense, please join to our 21 days masterclass and learn and get the certificate. Thank you all. Thank you so much for your valuable words. Thank you. Attendance link have pinned. You can go and grab your attendance. Don't forget to put attendance and get your free certificate for this free webinar on Nvidia.